everybody, and welcome to DeeVine DeeZine. I am so happy that you took a moment to stop by today to see this very special Easter Home Decor collaboration. I have been invited by the lovely ladies over at TwoYootsTransplanted to join in on this one, and I was very happy to oblige. It's always a pleasure working with them. Along with Mary and Kelly and myself, there are a ton of other channels involved in this one. I'm going to have all of their channels linked for you down below and want to encourage you to take a moment and go and stop over and see what they have created as well. It promises to be a very creative collaboration. If you would like to take a look to see the Easter centerpiece that I have created, just stay tuned. To me, Easter is all about the resurrection of Jesus, so I have decided to create a centerpiece centered around the 3 empty crosses. I have chosen to use black as the backdrop, representative of Easter morning as the sun began to rise, casting a shadow on that hill. A few of the items you will need include spring flowers in the colors of your choice, some black cloth or a plastic tablecloth, floral ties, paint stirrers, some decorative mesh in the colors of your choice, a plastic bowl. You can purchase this at Walmart. Make sure it has a nice rounded bottom, black paint, Mod Podge, black glitter, a few different utility knives, wire cutters, scissors, a Sharpie, a tape measure, hot glue gun, paintbrush, drill, and a handsaw. To begin our project, we need to mark out where we will drill our holes. Take your paint stirrer and a Sharpie and trace around the entire bottom of that paint stick. This is going to let us know exactly where to drill so that our paint sticks will fit securely in our bowl. Want to make sure that this is even. Keep all of your crosses in a straight row. Now it is time to begin drilling out those holes. We have found the easiest way to do that is to use a drill bit that is perfectly the size of the width of that marking, and then just begin drilling holes side by side until they break completely through the plastic. You will notice at one point the holes were not quite close enough, and that is where that handsaw came in handy, just to begin smoothing out whatever was left of that plastic. It is now time to begin cutting the arms for our crosses. We do need 6 pieces that are 2.5 inches each. Avoid the end of the paint stirrer where the dip is. Start from the solid end and work your way backwards. You will need to place 3 markings on each stick, one at 2.5 inches, 5 inches, and at 7.5 inches. Make your markings on both sides of the paint stirrer, then use a straight edge to connect the dots. This will give us our template of where we will cut our arms. Taking your utility knife, you want to begin scoring right along your lines until you break the stick apart. It's easier if you do have a saw, but if not, this method will work. We can now begin assembling our crosses. Measuring down 2 3/4 inches from the top, we can place our mark on the body of the cross. This will ensure that all of our crosses are even. Taking a generous amount of hot glue, place that right on the edge of your arm, then hold securely against the body of your cross for about 30 seconds. Once that has set, remove the extra glue from the front and the back to avoid any ridges. Be very careful though, that glue is extremely hot. Now that our crosses have been completed, it is time to insert them into the base of our bowl. Set them to your desired height and then give it a generous amount of hot glue, holding securely for about 30 seconds. Once that first layer of glue is dry, give it a second layer. This will add some extra security. Do this to all 3 of your crosses, and then we are going to flip that bowl over and glue them from underneath as well. Giving the underside a double layer of the glue will just add more strength and stability and ensure some longevity of your centerpiece. Once the glue has dried completely and the crosses are securely in place, take a paintbrush of your choice and your black paint and begin painting the front side of cross number 1. We are going to work on each cross individually, and we are going to work one side at a time. Be sure that you get all of the edges as well. While that paint is still wet, give it a good dusting of your black glitter and hold for just about 30 seconds. Once it is somewhat dry to where the glitter will stick, you can go ahead and shake it off to flip it over and repeat this same process on the back side of your cross. Once our crosses are completely dry, we can take our black paint and paint the top of our bowl. Just about a quarter of the way down will be sufficient. Before moving to the next step, it is important for you to know the measurements of the bottom of your bowl. My bowl is 11 inches on each side, making that 44 inches all the way around. And another helpful measurement for you to know is the half side measurement of one side of your bowl. Now that I know the measurement of the bottom of my bowl, I want to take each of my decorative mesh colors and cut 44 inches. Plus, I did give myself 2 extra inches leeway. It is now time to begin snipping our flowers away from their base. And once those are ready, we are going to take one of each color and tie them together with that floral tie we found at Dollar Tree. We do need to make 4 of these little mini bouquets and then just set them aside until we're ready to attach them to our mesh. Taking all 3 of our mesh colors, it is time to begin twisting them or braiding them or however you want to lay them out so that your colors are twisted together in a beautiful pattern design. Once we have that ready, we need to measure down the half side inches of the first side of your bowl. For me, that was 5.5 inches. I am now taking that little floral bouquet, using the opposite side of the tie already on the bouquet and attaching it securely to my ribbon. Once that is securely in place, it is now time to twist our ribbon until we get to the next marking point. Because our flowers are going to be attached to the corners, I need to measure now a full side of the bottom. I am giving me 11 inches. That should hit the next corner. I will continue to do this until I reach the end of my ribbon. Taking the plastic tablecloth, I am going to measure 3 times the size of my base. That means I'm going to cut a section that is 33 inches in length. Once that is cut, I'm going to unfold it and stretch it out and set my base right in the center. We can now begin taking the tablecloth and bunching it up into sections to create a beautiful pleat, hot gluing it up to the top near the bottom edge of the rim of that bowl. We will repeat this process all the way around, creating our pleats as we go. Once again, be very careful that glue is extremely hot and can melt the plastic if you're not careful. When the bottom section is completely done, it is now time to begin wrapping that material around the base of the crosses. You want to keep it as close to the base as possible, trimming it away as needed. Just keep working with it until you have a clean, finished look. It is now time to take that ribbon that we have already created and begin attaching it to our base. Make sure that you mark where the middle section is of the back because we are going to start with the flower just to the left of center. Make sure you apply a generous amount of glue to that little bouquet and then attach and press firmly to that corner for just about 30 seconds. You might want to add just a little extra glue to the top part of your flowers for a little extra security. We want to continue this same process on each of the next 3 corners. When you come back around to the back, it is time to put together our seam. Be extremely careful when working here because it's easy to touch that glue as thin as that mesh is. Just keep twisting and trimming and finagling around until you have a clean, crisp edge on the back of your centerpiece. I decided to add just a few extra flowers to the base of my center cross. This step is completely optional. Do it if you would like. I put 2 on the front and then I put 2 of the smaller ones on the back. Because I felt my corners were still just a little plain, I decided to take another one of the smaller butterflies and attach it right to the base of the corner. That covered it up quite nicely and added the right finishing touch. And there you have a beautiful and elegant statement piece for your Easter table. Just a simple and elegant way to remind us of the true meaning of this season. And there you have it. Very easy to create such an elegant piece for your Easter home decor. Once again, I want to thank Mary and Kelly very much from the bottom of my heart for inviting me to join in on this collaboration. I look forward to seeing what you ladies have come up with, as well as all of the other ladies and all the other channels. Once again, I want to encourage you to click those links down below, stop on over and check out their videos and give them a subscribe while you're there. As a matter of fact, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and click subscribe before you leave. And if you enjoyed this home decor, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. I want to thank all of you so much for taking time to watch today. We will see you in the next video.